yamunatiravanachari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhav, Radha Madhav, Radha Madhav, Jaya Radha Madhav. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Gaur Premanande Hari. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahansa Parivrajakacharya Ashtotar Shata. ISKCON BBT founder Acharya His Divine Grace Srila Abhay Charanaramindra Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajakacharya Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Pratarshan Sarvaswami Prabhu Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Shri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Bhavana Mangal Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Navadip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Madhav Shri Vrinda Shriman Mahaprabhu Shri Shri Panchatattva Prahlad Nrsimhadev Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande Hari. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyacha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavabhyo. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Shri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Nam karoti vācālam pangum langhayate girim yat kripatamaham vande Shri Gurudevatam Parananda Madhavam Shri Shandavam. Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishna Vishnu Acharya. Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 8, text number 28 as well as 29. So I'll read 28 and then we all together will read 29. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. संस्कृतं वरं चैव देवीं सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. Text 29, 28. kadamba-kiñjalka-piśaṅga-vāsasā svalaṅkṛtam mekhalayā nitambe hāreṇa cānanta-dhanena vatsa śrīvatsa-vakṣaḥ-sthala-vallabhena. Translation: O my dear Vidura, the Lord's waist was covered with yellow cloth resembling the saffron dust of the kadamba flower, and it was encircled by a well-decorated belt. His chest was decorated with the śrīvatsa marking and a necklace of unlimited value. Text 29. Parārdhya-keyūra-maṇi-praveka parārdhya-keyūra-maṇi-praveka paryasta dordanda sahasra shakham paryasta dordanda sahasra shakham avyaktamulam bhuvana anghripa indram avyaktamulam bhuvanangripendram ahindra bhogair adhivita valsam ahindra bhogair adhivita valsam parārdhya-keyūra-maṇi-praveka paryasta dordanda sahasra shakham avyaktamulam bhavangripendram avyaktamulam bhuvanangripendram ahindra bhogair adhivita valsam parārdhya-keyūra-maṇi-praveka paryasta dordanda sahasra shakham avyaktamulam bhuvanangripendram ahindra bhogair adhivita valsam parārdhya-keyūra-maṇi-praveka paryasta dordanda sahasra shakham avyaktamulam bhuvanangripendram ahindra bhogair adhivita valsam parārdhya-keyūra-maṇi-praveka paryasta dordanda sahasra shakham avyaktamulam bhuvanangripendram ahindra bhogair adhivita valsam parārdhya-keyūra-maṇi-praveka paryasta dordanda sahasra shakham avyaktamulam bhuvanangripendram ahindra bhogair adhivita valsam parārdhya-keyūra-maṇi-pravekam paryastadurdanda-sahasra-shakham avyaktamulam bhuvanāṅgripendram ahindra bhogairadvita-valsham. Hey Matajis? Okay, Prabhu. Parārdhya-keyūra-maṇi-praveka paryastadurdanda-sahasra-shakham avyaktamulam bhuvanāṅgripendram ahindra bhogairadvita-valsham. Any Vaishnavis, Matajis? Parārdhya-keyūra-maṇi-praveka paryastadurdanda-sahasra-shakham avyaktamulam bhuvanāṅgripendram ahindra bhogairadvita-valsham. Thank you. Parārdhya, very valuable. Keyūra, ornaments. Maṇi-praveka, highly valuable jewels. Paryasta, disseminating. Durdanda, arms. Sahasra-shakham, with thousands of branches. Avyaktamulam, self-situated. Bhuvana, universal. Anghripa, trees. Indram, the Lord. Ahindra, ananta-deva. Bhogai, by hoods. Adhivita, surrounded. Valsham, shoulders. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. As a sandalwood tree is decorated with fragrant flowers and branches, the Lord's body was decorated with valuable jewels and pearls. He was the self-situated tree, the Lord of all others in the universe. And as a sandalwood tree is covered with many snakes, so the Lord's body was also covered by the hoods of ananta. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Again, the word avyakta moolam is significant here. Generally, no one can see the roots of a tree, but as far as the Lord is concerned, He is the root of Himself, because there is no other separate cause of His standing but He Himself. In the Vedas, it is said that the Lord is Shashraya, Swa-ashraya. He is His own support, and there is no other support for Him. Therefore, Avyakta means the Supreme Lord Himself and no one else. Hare Krishna. So, quite an interesting verse. The chapter entitled as Manifestation of Brahma from Vishnu. So Brahmaji is the first creature by Lord Mahavishnu, Krishna, so to speak. So we have seen few verses before. When Brahma was born, he was not able to understand what is his source, where from he is coming. Therefore he went down through the stem of the lotus and he was trying to search out for the source, but he couldn't. And then finally Krishna revealed himself. It's Krishna's revelation. It's not our meditation, our speculation or our concoction. It's Krishna's revelation that we can understand him. So, when we try to understand the spiritual life, ultimately Krishna. Okay, sorry. So when we try to understand the spirituality, we have to depend on Krishna. We are completely depending on Krishna and his bona fide representatives. Means this is the path of grace. Without grace, we are nothing. Srila Prabhupada also called as His Divine Grace. His Divine Grace. So, whose Divine Grace? Krishna's Divine Grace. The H with cap. So, it's Krishna's Divine Grace. So, similarly, we are completely depending on Krishna because His Abhyakta Moolam is very significant here. That as soon as the word Abhyakta comes, the impersonalist gets the opportunity for their feast. Abhyakta. So he is Abhyakta. He has no form. But if we see in Bhagavad Gita, in 7.7, Krishna says that Mattah parataram nanyat kinchid asti dhananjaya. I am the source of everything. And there is nothing beyond me. Everything is actually, then he says again, Moi sarvam idam pratam sutre muniganaiva. Just like we have our this Kantimala, and all the Tulasi beads are actually strung upon this string. So we can't see the string. It doesn't mean that there is no string. The beads cannot sustain independently. There must be the string. So similarly, Krishna is that string, just like the pearls, all the pearls are strung in the string. Similarly, Krishna is holding everything. So Krishna sustains, Krishna as well as pervades everything. Therefore, there is no other reason for Krishna to hold himself. He is self-sustained. Avyakta Moolam. He is the source of himself. There is no other source. So how is it possible that we understand him who has, there is no other means to understand him because he is self-sustaining. So if we try to hold on something to understand Krishna, other than Krishna, it's impossible. Only by Krishna we can understand Krishna. So this is fantastic. Because Krishna made himself completely independent. Swarat is completely independent. Similarly, the devotional life is also, the devotion is also independent. It's interesting because if there were any other elements which could help us in a spiritual understanding, then Krishna could not be actually God. He could not be the Supreme Lord. The Supreme Lord can only be the Supreme Lord. He can only be the Supreme when he is not depending on anybody or anything. We are dependent, but Krishna is not dependent. Because we are dependent on Krishna, therefore, we are for every single thing we are depending on Krishna. For every single thing. Therefore, for small things, small realization, very even insignificant realizations in a spiritual life is also depending on Krishna. So finally, if we want to know Krishna, then we have to simply fold our hands before him and beg for his mercy. It's only Krishna's grace. If we fall from the grace, then there is no other hope. Therefore, Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, in the same chapter, actually after few verses, it's quite difficult, it's completely difficult, impossible to surpass this external energy, this illusory energy, because it's created by Krishna. Because of the Maya Shakti, we cannot see Krishna. Because the Maya Shakti covers our vision from Krishna. It's not that the Maya can cover Krishna. That's not possible. Just like there is light, you can see the light here bulb. So the light is everywhere, right? In the whole room there is light. But if I want to keep myself away from the light, it's very easy. There is no light. There is no light, just cover your eyes. So similarly, the Maya can only cover our eyes, but she cannot cover Krishna. Just like the clouds cannot cover the sun. Cloud can only cover our vision. So similarly, the Maya had covered only our vision. Why? With the instruction of Krishna. That's your business. You are illusory energy. So you must create the illusion so that the people can't understand. So actually I like this point very much. Because when Krishna made himself completely independent and he doesn't allow everyone to know him. Naham prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samabhrita. It's completely his own monopoly. If you surrender unto me, only then you can know me. No surrender, no information. So we can try to accumulate some information, but finally there will be no transformation. Okay, if you know the Prime Minister of India, that's fine. But if you can become friend of the Prime Minister of India, that's something, wow. So just knowing Krishna is not a big thing. So we can read the pages and we can think that, okay, I know many things about Krishna. I can recite many verses and I can give so much wonderful explanation. But how much I love Krishna. Knowing is not enough. We need willing to know, to love him. And willing is also not enough. You have to act. So if we do not act on the principles of Krishna consciousness, then what do we get? We get only the dry outer shell of Krishna consciousness, simply the knowledge. And with the knowledge, as Sripad Shankaracharya says, that this knowledge will not help you at the time of death. You have to worship, bhaja govindam, you have to worship Govinda. Worship means you have to love, ultimately you have to love Krishna. Without loving Krishna, just knowing about him, nahi rakshati dukriya karane. Your grammatical knowledge, your philosophy will not help you at the time of death. Right? So, we have to see that how do we make our progress in spiritual life, so that this Abhyaktamulam Krishna can also be revealed to us. As I said, it's a revelation. It's not contemplation or meditation. You keep on meditating for thousands and millions and trillions of years. No benefit. Panthastu koti shatavatshara sampragama, koti shatavatshara, millions and millions of years. But you cannot understand Krishna. But at the same time, Vedeshu durlabam adurlabam atma bhakto. By studying Vedas, we will not know Krishna. But we can know Krishna by his devotees, through his devotees. Atma bhakto. My devotees can understand me because I reveal myself to them. Just like if you want to know about somebody, say any ABCD person, you want to know him. So you can see him from outside, you can watch his actions, still you may not know him. Because the action and the person might be different. So the best way and the easiest way to know that person is to go to him, approach him, or somebody who is close to him and ask him, how's this person? Then they will explain. So similarly, to understand Krishna, we have to approach Krishna through his devotees, because they know him to the fullest. And when the person himself reveals himself, then it is easier, very easier. I may try to guess. How old are you? I may try to guess, keep on guessing. What is the value of my assumption? I will just simply ask, what is your age? Where is your house? Okay, I am trying to figure out, where is your house? I don't know. So where does Krishna stay? It's in Golok Vrindavan. So similarly, Krishna is everywhere. He is situated in Golok Vrindavan, he is everywhere. He pervades everything. So the best way to know Krishna is to approach Krishna through his devotees, through his bona fide representatives. We ask them. So we fall flat at their lotus feet, pranipatena, then pariprashana, then sevaya. Then he will reveal, he will impart that knowledge. So therefore, to surpass, to overcome this Maya, the illusory energy of Krishna is so difficult. It's impossible actually. But the process is very simple. Māmeva ye prapaddante mayamitam tarante. You just surrender unto me and I will reveal myself to you. So therefore this illusory energy is set in a way, this is her default setting, that we will be always tormented by her. Because that's what Krishna wants. But still it is Daivi, because it's coming from Krishna and it's Daivi Maya. So we may wonder that why this Maya, which is actually taking us, keeping us away from Krishna, can be called as Daivi. Daivi, usually we know Daivi means divine. And demoniac is Ashuri. But Daivi is divine. So how this illusory energy is Daivi? She is Daivi because she is helping us. She is facilitating us to go to Krishna. It's not Maya's fancy ideas that, okay, I want to torture you. Maya, illusory energy, is not sadistic. She knows that she knows it very well that I am assigned by Krishna to facilitate the living being to understand me, to understand Krishna, to approach Krishna. It's just like when you sit for a multiple choice test, there are various options, 3, 4, 5 options. But which option is correct? It is to be selected by whom? Me. I have to select. Now, I put a tick on the wrong option and then I got a bad marks in the exam. I can't blame the teacher. Why did you set the questionnaire so difficult? So it's not like that. The teacher will confuse you. The teacher will give you various options, but at the same time, just like he has given the options, he has also given the education. If you don't take the education, then your options will be always bewildering for you. So you know what I need to do, how I have to prepare. So similarly, Krishna has given us proper intelligence to study scriptures and understand him through the mercy of his devotees. But if we don't know, and then when the Maya comes, attacks us, then you say, no, Krishna, why are you doing this with me? You know, I am trying to approach to you, but why then you are sending Maya in between? Why she is disturbing us? Like one time a devotee asked Srila Prabhupada, if our purpose is to serve Krishna, then why Maya is so strong? Then Prabhupada said, because your purpose is not that much strong. You have purpose, but your purpose is not that much strong. Therefore, Maya will automatically, just like when you have proper immunity system, the disease can't attack you. But when you have a lower immunity, then normally, naturally, the disease will seem powerful before me. So similarly, when we cling into the lotus feet of Krishna, we take shelter of Krishna, then we are always protected. Therefore, Krishna, Daivesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Durata. It's very, very difficult. There are so many options, but you have to know which option you need to take. And I have given you the proper education. If you don't study, and after the exam and you cry it, I can't do anything. So, for some devotees, for some students, the exam might seem difficult and it may also adversely affect on their future career. But we can't blame the education system for this. The education system has set in a way so that you can push yourself up, go up. Spiritual life is the incremental pushing up. We should not feel complacent in the spiritual life. This complacency is so detrimental for spiritual life. What I am doing is enough. I am happy. I put tilak and mala, that's good. No, every time we have to push ourselves upwards towards Krishna, forward. So, therefore, we can't blame the question paper. We have to study well to get the right answer. And Krishna has given us that facilities through his devotees, through his scriptures. So similarly, we take when we step into the devotional life, Maya's work is on. She is on. Just like when you go out, if there is a signboard, they put, caution, men at work. Have you seen? When the work in progress. So caution, Maya at work. Be careful. So the devotees have to be very careful, cautious about Maya. Prabhupada would several times say that the only fear The only thing, the only concern of mine is that my devotees are not fearful about Maya. They think it's a plaything. It's not a plaything. You can't trick Maya. Maya can trick you. Because Maya and Krishna almost same, almost similar, almost equal. The only subtle difference is that Maya is controlled, Krishna is the controller. Other than that, Maya and Krishna are actually same, because Krishna Shaktiman, Maya is Shakti. So there is no difference between Shakti and Shaktiman. So you have to take shelter of Krishna, so that Krishna, please help us. Just like the parents, sometime when they are fed up with their children, they can't train them, teach them properly, then they will assign one teacher and give one big stick. I beat him up. Till the time he doesn't follow my order, you must ensure that he is following me. So, but when the parents give the stick to the to the teacher, they are on the other side of the screen, behind the door. They are saying, oh yes, it's not that Krishna is a tyrannical parent and he loves to give pain to us. No, he is always there in the background. He is seeing that how my boy, how my girl, how my children are coming towards me, progressing towards me. So Krishna is a loving father, but he has assigned this Maya. Let them understand that I am their only friend. I am the only well-wisher. Now we are thinking the whole world is our well-wisher. I am the well-wisher of everyone and the whole world is the well-wisher except Krishna. That's very, very unfortunate. Therefore Krishna assigns Maya. Therefore Durattaya, because she is empowered by Krishna. Krishna has given the power of attorney to her. Yes, beat him as much as you can. But the moment he says, no, Krishna, I am yours. Krishna tomar hoi jodi bole ekebar, Maya bandha hoite Krishna tare kore par. If one says one time, Krishna, I am yours, with whole heart, Krishna says, please leave him. He is no more under your jurisdiction. He is my man. So then the teacher says, okay, my job is over, yes, take your payment and now leave. He is free completely. So Māmipa ye prapaddante. If we surrender unto Krishna, then it is easier for us to cross over this insurmountable illusory energy. Now the point is, and now I can't just say, okay, I surrender. What is I surrender? What is surrender? It's not a surrender. Surrender is an active, constant action. Every single moment we have to, basically, essentially the surrender is, every single moment you tick the right option. That's surrender. Surrender is not something passive, I surrender. Surrender is you have to do something for Krishna's purpose. Therefore, the first two limbs of Sharanagati is what? Anukulasya sankalpa and Pratikulasya varjanam. So we have to accept the favorable things, we have to reject the unfavorable items. So we have to do something. It's not that after studying listening the whole Bhagavad Gita, and Arjuna says, yes, now I am enlightened. Therefore I surrender unto you, you please take care of me. He said, Nakarishya vajanam tava. Yes, you are enlightened. The symptom of enlightenment is that you are going for action. So Krishna is giving that call for action. So did you understand? Yes, I have understood. And now I am ready to do whatever you have ordered me. So that's surrender. So surrender sometimes may seem different on different multiple scenarios. Just like we see that Draupadi, when she surrendered like this. Krishna, please save me. Pradiggatava Govinda Name Bhakta Pranashriti Iti Shangsmritta Pranandharayam Maham. I am just surviving because you have proclaimed, you have declared that your devotees, you will always protect your devotees. Of course, what is Krishna's protection is another big topic. I got one question a couple of days back in our Bhakti Shastri class. One student asked that we are referring to one verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 10:88, 8 and 9. You know that verse? A famous verse. Yashaham anugrannhami tadhanam harishasanai. Right? So when I give a special favor, I take everything from. But one interesting thing is that in that verse is, usually we quote only this much. But you have to read both the verses, 8 plus 9. Then you will understand the whole picture. Krishna says that when I give my special favor on somebody, then I'll take away everything from him gradually. And then when he becomes nirbinna chetasha, when he becomes frustrated about materialistic way of life, then he befriends my devotees. And then I start action. So we have to be frustrated about materialistic way of life and befriending Krishna's devotees. So then Krishna, that's Krishna's special favor. So that devotee was asking that how come we understand the yogakshamam when Krishna declared that I will protect? And here you are saying that Krishna will take away. First of all, I am not saying, it is Krishna's verse. Yashaham, aham. Krishna is saying that I will take away. So the thing is that when the way we understand this verse, yogakshamam bahamam, please read the whole verse. How does it start? What is the first? Anannashchintanto mam. Somebody who is completely focused on Krishna, who is worshipping Krishna with undivided attention. Anannashchintanto mam. So someone who is undividingly thinking about Krishna and worshipping Krishna, what is his yoga and kshema? What is yoga? Yoga is actually the things which he has, and kshema is what he needs. So Krishna said, I will protect whatever you have, and I will supply, I will give, I will carry whatever you want, whatever you need. So person who is anannashchintanto mam means fully focused on Krishna. What is his yoga? What does he has? Someone who is fully focused on Krishna, what does he has? Krishna, very simple. And someone who is fully focused on Krishna, what does he want? What does he need? Krishna. So Krishna said that I'll protect. Yogakshamam bahama. Means I will ensure that you are always focused on me, and I will ensure that in your difficult times you will only take shelter of me. That's actually real yogakshamam bahama. It's not that Krishna is my servant at home and every time supplier. Krishna is not a supplier. Okay, anytime I need anything, of course Krishna will give. That's a secondary part. But the primary part is that protecting devotees' faith on him. That's real yogakshamam bahamayam. Otherwise, in any situation of life, every time Krishna comes and solves the problem, then how does a devotee grow in his spiritual life? If every time Krishna solves the problem, then I will never become frustrated about materialistic way of life. Oh, that's fine. If I take shelter of Krishna, Krishna will solve, and Krishna is like my order supplier. Hello, yes, can you please send some furniture on my home? I need that. No, Krishna is not like that. Krishna protects our faith. On superficial level, Krishna may protect things. The main thing is Krishna will protect that we never lose Krishna in our life. Anyway, so that point what we are discussing is that when you surrender unto Krishna, it's active action. So that we have to see very closely every single moment whether this particular incident or this event, this person, this experience is taking me away from Krishna or taking me towards Krishna. If it is taking towards Krishna, accept it. Taking away from Krishna, reject it. That's surrender. So that's call for action. You have to do something. So just like going back to the multiple choice test example, if you tick the right answer, what does it mean? That question will put a green signal because you go off from that. That's done. And then next question. And what do you do in the next question? Wow, I have done a great job in the question number 1. So let me put any tick anywhere in the question number 2. Can you do that? No, we have to put again correct answer. So every single moment, pause, think, and see whether it is taking me towards Krishna. Am I becoming more Krishna conscious by doing this? Or am I becoming something else conscious in the name of being Krishna conscious? It's very difficult in today's world. We can't tell what is what actually. So the devotee must be very cautious. So the devotee should think that how these things are working actually in our spiritual life. how this particular thing, is it taking me towards Krishna? I may sometimes think that if I go on some big program and do so many things, and people know, and like everyone is garlanding me and giving me eye cheer, yes, I have done it. At home when I come back, yes, today I have done something great. I have done some bhajan. But what was that? It was simply fueling, inflating my false ego. I have done something great. But instead of that, if I sit with some swajatiya snigdha, satovare bhakta, those who are like-minded, those who are affectionate, and those who are advanced, and we speak Krishna Katha. That's what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would do with Ramananda Rai and Swarup Damodar. So that will help us to boost our spiritual energy. So in that way, it's just one example. In so many ways we have to think whether it is taking me towards Krishna or it is taking me away from Krishna. So if it is taking me towards Krishna, then the next option. Okay. The answer for the previous question might be B. But for the next question it might be D. If you just put on B, you don't know. It's not a random choice. You have to think very cautiously. So the next question, again, we have to think. So active, we must be always active in Krishna consciousness. Not only just active in our bodily functions. Our intelligence should be active. And our heart should be connected, emotions should be connected to Krishna. That whether I am going towards Krishna. So active. And then you have done the first part, that now you have understood, yes, this option doesn't seem the best one, okay, let it go. B, now that's not also the answer. C, that's also not the answer. Yes, D is the answer, yes. So then you put tick. So like that, you again got a good green signal in question number 2. What do you do in question number 3? Repeat the same process. Again, question number 4, repeat the same process. Question number 5, repeat the same process. So similarly, a standard life means an active, constant, and conscious effort in spiritual life throughout our life. And then we can be protected by Krishna. Because every single questions we are putting the right answer very cautiously. So that's how we take shelter of Krishna. And when we are consciously, actively, constantly, consciously, we are taking shelter of Krishna, that's surrender. And then Krishna says, Mayam etam tarantite. I'll take care of you. You don't worry. Because you are always choosing the right option of taking. What is the right option? Best option in life? Taking shelter of Krishna. In any situations, taking shelter of Krishna. So that's how we can become free from this illusory energy. And then the spiritual life becomes blissful. Otherwise, it's not blissful. I can only theoretically say that it's blissful. Just like one day a devotee was sharing that previously I would think that when I read that spiritual life is blissful, and I was hearing in the classes the spiritual life is blissful, there was no understanding, realization, but now I'm gradually finding spiritual life blissful. So it's blissful. So if you don't want to be fooled by Maya, then take shelter of Krishna and then you become blissful. And then your job is done. Then Krishna reveals himself to you. It's a revelation. It's not my attempt. So spiritual life, Krishna is not something you grab on. It's not like this, it's like this. Beg for mercy. Krishna, please. I don't know you. You have to reveal. And that will be the best revelation. So that's what happened with Lord Brahmaji. He wanted to know Krishna with so much effort. But then finally he realized that no, I have to depend on my source. So Krishna is Abhyakta Moolam. We can't see him. Just like we can't see the root underneath the tree, we have to, only the intelligent person knows that this tree cannot stand like this without a root. So similarly, the whole world cannot sustain without something. It is made by something, right? Somebody has made it. Just like this. What is this? Bhagavatam stand. What do you call this? Bhagavatam stand? Okay. So this Bhagavatam stand was made by anybody or not? Somebody has made it? Has somebody made this kartal? Has somebody made this microphone? Has somebody made this book? Printed? And in the published, made it. So everything is made. So this is made by somebody, this is made by somebody, this is made by somebody. Was this made by anybody, this garland, or it was just like that, appeared? No, somebody has very meticulously put one flower into that. So similarly, if everything is made by somebody, then why not this world? Krishna. Krishna is the sustainer. Therefore we can't see this string, no problem, but I am sure that there is a string. I am 100% sure. Without a string, the flowers cannot be held like this. So similarly, in our devotional life, when we take shelter of Krishna, then Krishna reveals that what you can't see, I will make you see that. I will help you to see that. Therefore, you see, when we start practicing devotional life, the same object which was material to me, now it becomes spiritual. The thing has not been changed. Like you take this kartal and you sing something like Tom and Jerry, Tom and Jerry, Tom and Jerry. Is this spiritual? But then we know that no, this kartal is made for glorifying Krishna. So when we use in Krishna's service, then we understand. The same eyes are there, isn't it? When like 20, 30, 40 years back, we think, okay, how I would see this world. Everything when I have to see is a bhoga mentality for mine. Now everything you see, oh, this flower is so beautiful, let it offer to Krishna. Let us offer to Krishna. So previously it was, that was our previous consciousness. So spiritual life essentially means transformation of the vision. Therefore Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, param drishta nivartate. It's drishta. So drishtva, when you say drishta is something which is only like vision, seeing something. But why then the whole verse says that vishaya vinirvartante niraharsha dehina? Nirahar, dehi, body, limbs, and then only drishta how? Because all the senses actually works for seeing. The main thing is seeing. Sometimes when we are reading, it's not only eyes are working. If eyes are working, then you cannot read. What should be there, what must be there? You should be there. You should be. Yeah, I am not there, but I am reading. Looking at this book. And somebody asks, what is there? Because my mind is somewhere else. It's wandering. So similarly, when we through all our organs, when we watch Krishna, means when you watch something spiritual, we see something spiritual, then it becomes the param drishta, seeing something which is higher than what we realize, what we see in this material world. So by accepting Krishna consciousness, we strive to transform ourselves. If we are not transforming ourselves, if we are not pushing ourselves ahead to make the positive transformation in spiritual life, then spiritual life is not actually much of use. I'm here, and then after 10 years in the same place, after 20 years in the same place. No progress. No progress. So we have to see that whether we are getting transformed. It's not just only gathering some information. It's full of transformation. It requires the transformation. So therefore, when we come in contact with devotees, what do we see? Oh, is this bead bag? I didn't know it is a bead. I thought it was a decoration, decorative items. No, it is a bead. What do? We chant here. So we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Prabhu, I saw Krishna. Sometime I saw Krishna. Oh, really? That's okay, but keep on chanting. Don't stop chanting when you see Krishna. Okay, I got the success in spiritual life. Sometimes some glimpse may appear in spiritual practices. but we keep on practicing. So what happens when we come in contact with the devotees or the devotional process? It actually changes our vision. The same object which was like my bhoga object, it becomes my seva object now. It is for Krishna's service. That's what actually. You think of your spiritual life, what changes we got in our life? Nothing. I am the same person. The only thing is our consciousness, our vision. Consciousness and vision are connected. Because of consciousness, based on the consciousness we see things. So when we come in contact with the devotees, the best blessings a devotee can give us is that Krishna matirostu. That your consciousness, your whole mati, your chitta, your consciousness become attached to Krishna. And then everywhere we can see Krishna. Then we understand that Krishna is not only our destination, He is our companion. It's not that I will reach and then I will see Krishna. No. Every time Krishna is with me. Therefore a devotee can see jaha jaha netra pare taha Krishna sphure. Wherever he sees only Krishna. Because he can constantly see Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness. Seeing Krishna everywhere. Srila Prabhupada ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. We have some 5 minutes time. Any questions? Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for a wonderful class. Prabhuji, as you mentioned, like when we surrender to Krishna, Krishna asks Maya Devi to loosen her grip on us. So, but surrender is also a continuous process. So, is there some threshold or some point at which Krishna will ask Maya Devi to lift, or like?
Will?
I mean, because it's a continuous process. So.
It's continuous means till the time you complete your question paper, then you have to. There are 50 questions. You think that okay, question number 38 done. No, you have to appear all the 50 questions. Wait for that, and I mean. It's all depend on Krishna, because Krishna is unpredictable, right? If Krishna thinks that, okay, you have wonderfully done question number up to 38, I'm happy with you, okay, come back. It's Krishna's exclusive power, like the president. He can forgive anybody, anytime, anywhere. So Krishna can do that. So let's see, so therefore we should also, as we see our previous acharyas were always praying, like our Kulashekar, Shamrat Kulashekar, that let me die now. Let me die now, because I am tired of giving tests. And I don't know what will happen at the time of my death, Krishna. So please, let me die now. But still, we cannot expect that, okay, I prayed and Krishna will kill me now. No, we have to wait. That's the beauty of Krishna consciousness, Prabhu. Once we are, see, the spiritual life in the beginning may appear very difficult, because what happens actually, we are interacting with what? The materialistic world. Everything is matter. I mean, though it is, we can say that it's also spiritual with Krishna's energy, but anyway, it acting as a material agent now. So things are material, my senses are material. So sense and sense object both are material. So when the sense goes to the sense object, say for example a Hindi music, like a Bollywood music, and then you put your ear into that, and then the song immediately appears, wow, so tasty, because sense objects material, senses are material. So it finds a swajati, like-minded association, so it becomes very happy. But gradually when you try to go deep into that song, try to meditate on that, and try to build your dream on that, then it goes inside through your ears, then comes to your mind, and then gradually you are trying to release that song through your soul. Then the soul says, yeah, no, because then it becomes vijati. It's not like-minded anymore, because soul is transcendental, spiritual, and the songs are material. So therefore, this period in spiritual life, when you start practicing Krishna consciousness, so similarly, when you go for spiritual things, initially you will feel, no, it's not my type, because my senses are material. I am still attached. But Hare Krishna Mahamantra is transcendental. Purna Shuddha Nitya Mukta, and I am apurna, I am ashuddha, fully. So how I will get attached to it? So therefore, kintu adara adunudina kholu saiva justa. We have to keep on, we have to keep on. And that is the period where a devotee has to fight, struggle, up to this much. But then when you take this spiritual object, trying to relish it through your material senses, initially it will reject. But you don't stop, keep on. Then you it will enter into through your ears, like Krishna song. It's not Bollywood song, it's Krishna song. It will enter into your ears. Then gradually you are meditating on that, you are taking it inside, it comes to your heart and your soul. Then soul, yes, that's what I have been waiting for, give it to me. Then at that moment, that's the eureka moment. And then, yes, I got the pleasing Krishna consciousness. So you have to fight initially. It's not that chant and be happy, you have to chant and fight. Therefore you see that devotees, there's so much fighting, struggling to put their mind on Krishna. So in various ways, every individual has different ways to struggle. So you have to find the way how I have to struggle in my spiritual life. But once we reach to that point that we provide it to our soul, then I feel blissful. Yayatma suprashidati. But what is that suprashidati? That is ahitik and apratyata. If it is not ahitik, if it is not unmotivated, uninterrupted, it will not be blissful, Prabhu. You go on giving the exam for hundreds of years, no years. Okay, thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. Vansha Kalpataru.